funny because when I bought 3 trucks from this guy.
Mm-hmm.
And when I went and picked this up, this guy had this, his father bought this truck brand new.
Really?
Yeah, and he used to bring it to truck shows, and I was like, I remember being a little kid getting in the back of that truck.
Really?
Yeah,
so
cool.
So it's a one-owner truck?
Well, it was the father and then the son.
The father and then the son?
Yeah.
It caught my eye because of the yellow wheels.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure that means it's a freewheeling edition truck, which makes it definitely a lot more desirable.
There's a kid that wants to buy like a bunch of parts off it, but
yeah.
I'm like, dude, I'm not parting it out.
No, it's too much.
My boss is on there to get it out.
Well, it's going to be out of here today. It's super cool. I'm glad I brought a wheel to put on it. Bed's not really terrible.
Listen, it didn't even happen then. I don't know what happened to it.
Yeah, that's no big deal.
But maybe salvageable. I don't know how it looks underneath this.
Yeah.
You know, I know they rot out.
Yeah, it's not horrific, but definitely looks awesome, man. And how long's it been sitting for?
He told me 95, 98?
1995 or 1998. Wow. And it was used as a plow truck, huh?
Yeah, no, I think he just did his driveway.
Just his driveway with it?
Yeah. I'm not 100% sure.
That's awesome. Well, good deal, man. We got it bought. We're gonna get a wheel on it here and get it back to my place, and we'll look it over a little bit better. So stay tuned.
Nice.
Up, not scripted. Just picked this truck up. It is 7:45 at night, so the sun is now gone, unfortunately. But I wanted to film pulling this truck in and having it on the trailer. I'm gonna show it to you in a second. Obviously, right now is not a good time to see it, but I'll clip in and we'll take a look at it tomorrow when the sun's out. But I wanted you to see that it was real. I really got it, and we're pulling in right now. So let's go check this truck out. And here we go. Obviously it is dark and you can't see a thing, and it is tough to see anything at all. Much darker than I anticipated. I'll cut here in a second. It's a 1979 F250 crew cab. We'll clip over to daytime. The story of this truck is actually a very interesting one. It was parked sometime in 1990, or maybe even a little bit earlier than that, on a gentleman's property in mid-upstate Pennsylvania, and it sat there ever since. The truck completely stripped down. Get the bed off because that's going to obviously be scrapped. There's nothing left of it. Get the front clip off. Get the cab up on the lift and off of the chassis. Get the chassis out of the shop again. Get the axles off of it because I'm not going to use the axles that are currently on this truck. And then we are ready to start the actual restoration of this bad boy. So let's get into it. All right, so here it is, and I guarantee you've never seen a truck like this before. It is a 1979 F-150 short bed 4x4 with the Dearborn package. Now we're going to talk a lot about this package today and what it means and everything else, but first I just want to go around the truck, show you what we got, and I got to get a lot of this crap out of here and get it loaded up onto the trailer. So once I get it home, we'll take a closer look at everything, but here's what we got. It's a really cool truck. This is a really, really rare truck. It's not a Ford option truck, but this truck is absolutely crazy with all the stuff that it has, and I can't wait to get it back to the depot here and see if we can get it running for the first time in God knows how many years. It is a one-owner truck. I have all the paperwork on it. It's absolutely crazy. So I'm going to get this thing loaded up, and then probably tomorrow we'll look it over a little bit better and see what we got. So stay tuned for one super awesome Dearborn edition F-150. Okay, so I reached the point here where I just needed to get this truck done. Obviously putting the grill and stuff in is pretty easy. I did not put the hood on correctly. It's just sitting on top with no springs because the springs I had were bad. So this truck is done, and by done I mean it's now a complete rolling truck with no powertrain in it. And it also does not have a bed in it. I sold the bed a couple weeks ago to help fund another project because I didn't want that bed sitting outside for an extended period of time. So all I have left to do is the spots that were bare metal on this cab are primed. I just need to cut them in, again with some silver paint just so it's complete. But I did reach my goal. It was a one-day X36 build custom truck roller with a Dodge Cummins AAM rear, a Dana 60 front axle, a custom cab, and a complete body minus the bed and the windows. But besides that, there you go. That's one of my triplet X36s. My 1979 F250 Ranger XLT crew cab. Now the story behind this truck is I recently acquired it from a gentleman in Montana, and it is now here at Dentside Depot awaiting a restoration. So let's take a look around this truck and see how awesome it is. So here we go. We have a crew cab truck. This is my first crew cab that I've ever had, and it is in really good condition besides a couple small spots that we are going to talk about today. And this truck also has a seemingly really cool story about it. I have not done anything to this truck up until this point besides change the wheels and tires because they went flat on the trailer. It was shipped approximately 2,500 miles to me, and I'm really excited to have this super rare and super desirable truck. So this truck does not have very much rust on it. The worst spot is definitely the drip rails, as most of these trucks. I assume it's probably the only crew cab in this color. You can see the floors are fantastic. I was super surprised when I took the carpet out of this truck to find that. I figured at least it would need floor pans, but that is not the case. They are 100% perfect. They're one of the nicest set of floor pans on any truck that I've ever had. And over a very original and amazing 1979 F100 with the Explorer package. This truck is absolutely incredible. It was recently delivered to me from Oregon. It has been off the road since 1992. We're going to try and do a first start on this truck today. It's been sitting for well over 30 years. I don't know if it ran during that time period, but we're going to see if we can get this truck to run. Before we do, let's go around and take a look, and then let's check out the Martyr report and see how rust-free and fantastic this truck is. Now, right off the bat, to find a rust-free original F100 short bed with incredible patina and unmodified pretty much makes it an amazing find. And I have proof that this truck is what I'm saying it is. Oregon license plate, 1992 registration. I don't know how long it's been off the road for. You can see the vanity plate says Phoenix Belford. It was sold new in Phoenix. This truck is a one-owner truck until I just recently got it only a few days ago and got it back into the shop here today. Various things on the farm. I did take the bumper off. It was an aftermarket bumper. That was the only modification of this truck. White Ford letters, which is correct. Explorer on the bed, which is correct. Beautiful patina here on the bed. Again, no rust on the wheel wells. It is a 1979 F-150 two-wheel drive Ranger Lariat truck. Now, not inherently a special truck, tens of thousands of these built, but this truck is in fact special, and I'm going to explain why. For those of you that don't know, I live in the Northeast. You cannot find rust-free trucks in the Northeast that are from the Northeast, and you especially cannot find a rust-free patina truck in the Northeast. But this truck is that truck. And believe it or not, it was sold at the dealership right down the road from me here in Bucks County. This truck is in incredible condition, and by all accounts, I am the third owner, and the second owner only had it for a few weeks. He received the truck as payment for a job he did, and then subsequently sold the truck to me. So let's check this sucker out. It's absolutely immaculate all around. You can see the wheel wells have no rust. Inside the bed, it has a little bit of surface rust. But for Pennsylvania, this is as good as it gets. You will not find a truck in better shape in the state of Pennsylvania than this. It's just not possible. And there you go, right down the street from my house, Rasponti Ford in Bristol, PA. It still has the dealer tag, dealer sticker on the tailgate. I've never seen anything like it. It's the only truck I've ever owned that's like this. I've gotten trucks from the West Coast that look like this, but never in Pennsylvania. Absolutely no rust anywhere. It had a camper shell on it. The gentleman that owned it took it camping 2 times a year. It was always covered. The gasket was leaking right here when we took the camper shell off. But you can see, for Pennsylvania to have a bed like this, it's in great shape. It just doesn't happen in PA here in the Northeast. It is a Lariat truck. And you can see it has all the Lariat components still on it. It has the Lariat door panels. It has the green seat belts. The seat itself is completely immaculate. I have never seen a seat this nice. That's still factory. For a truck that was actually driven and used, it's incredible. It's literally perfect. This truck was immaculately maintained by the original owner. All right, sitting in my new X36 truck that I just picked up this morning, just dropped it off a couple hours ago. Pulled it out of someone's backyard. I didn't video that because I didn't want to intrude on his privacy. Body is completely toasted on this truck, so realistically it's going to be a complete rebody, but let's check it out, see what we got on the Martyr report and everything else on the truck. Someone took the door off of it. It's got the incorrect door on it. F350 Ranger. Of course, Dana 60 Kingpin front axle. Dual battery truck. Camper special. The cruise control is not on it, but you can see the pigtail for the cruise control is right there, so that's correct. Air conditioning, obviously. And you can see the body on this truck is completely toasted. Nothing left of it. Tree fell on the cab, so it is done. Does not have the camper box option. That's okay. But you can see it's rusted really bad. Like I said, I just got this home today, and I would predict by the end of the day today, the body's probably going to be completely off of this truck, and I am going to tow it into the bullpen in the backyard and get it lined up with the other frames I have waiting for a future restoration. So definitely a good truck, definitely a very rare truck. The price obviously reflected the really bad condition of it, but it'll definitely be a nice truck at some point. So okay, so it is the next day and we got the truck bought, and the final number on it was $650 is what I paid for it. Now I wanted to get this truck for cheaper than this, but it is what it is. That's what I had to pay. So let's go over the truck here and see what we got and see if we can, you know, get some good parts out of this. It's an XLT because there's no holes in the cab right there, so it looks like it's probably a plain Jane Ranger. Definitely a camper special. We'll confirm to see if it has the harness. Obviously it's 8 lug because it's a F250, and we have the racetrack trim. We have dual tank. Let's take a look at our rear axle here and see what we got. Okay, kind of hard to tell, obviously, you know, what the gear is and everything. I'm not gonna fucker just selling it as is on Facebook. I haven't really decided yet. Clearly some really bad rust here. Of course, someone riveted the trim on right there, so that takes more value out of the truck for me. Cab corners are toast. Let's see what the inside looks here. Someone put ugly wooden door panels on it for some reason. We have tinted glass, so I'll be getting that out of it. This is very exciting. My new 1979 F250 got delivered today, and even my pup's super excited about this one. She just absolutely loves it. Here it is. It's a 1979 F250. It's a two-wheel drive, 8-lug truck, and this is the truck if you wanted to tow and haul in luxury in the 1970s. This is the truck you wanted. This is one of the most highly optioned two-wheel drive haulers that I've ever seen. Certainly the highest option one that I've ever owned. We're going to check out all these cool options. Let's start on the exterior and then work our way into the engine and everything else. Hey, starting on the outside, this truck is a Lariat, and when you got a Lariat truck, it meant that you got the top trim, and you would get a badge right here. Of course, this one's fallen off, it's no longer there, but it is legitimately a Lariat with a KT4 trim code. The color combination, it's deluxe two-tone paint. It's HU, which would be brown with the off-white. I think it's called sand for the two colors, which is definitely a very, very common color combination. It is a trailer special, and we're going to look under the hood here shortly, and I'm going to show you what that means. You can see the Lariat trim on the back. When you have this piece, it means you absolutely have a Lariat, and it just so happens that almost all the Lariat stuff is in very good shape. The door panels are the important part of the door panel, being the insert card on both sides is absolutely perfect. The seat is worn out, but it's decent. You know, it's still usable. But that's your Lariat seat. Vinyl on the outside, cloth on the inside with a color keyed bolster, which we see here. This is a beautiful seat for this particular pickup truck. If you watch my channel, you know how much I love these color keyed seat belts. They just look absolutely gorgeous compared to what a standard truck would have. Lock release right here, which is one of my favorite options. I did not know when I purchased this truck that it had tilt column, and you can see it does have tilt column. Now it's currently not operating. I don't know if that's because it has the tack on here or whatever, but my 1979 F250 Ranger XLT Super Cab two-wheel drive truck with a Crown Vic swap. Now I had previously mentioned this truck in the Jade Interceptor build, in that I changed the wheelbase based off of this truck to what I did on that truck because I felt like this one was too far forward. Before we get into that, let's do a little backstory on this truck. I purchased this truck earlier this year in 2023, actually out of Buffalo, believe it or not. This is a rust-free truck from Buffalo. It was allegedly a township-owned truck with a flatbed on it, and I do have a picture of it before it had this bed on it. But to find a super cab truck that is complete, that has no rust on it, and a bed from Arizona, when you find something like that, you go and grab it if you can, and that's exactly what I did. So let's start here in the front, and then I'm going to go over all the great things about this truck. Fortunately for this particular truck, it is going to be a complete part out. I am not going to build this particular truck. I purchased it specifically to build one of my X36 Rangers, and that is what is going to happen with this truck. The paint on it may look very nice in the video, and it is very nice in real life, but there's definitely some spots on it that is not so nice. So I'm undecided what I will do with that. Probably do some touch up, just leave it the way it is, because the truck I'm going to build with this truck is going to be an outside truck anyway. Another great thing about this truck is it's one of my favorite color combinations. The dark blue with the silver metallic two-tone, I think, is one of the most attractive colors that you can get. So that was another thing that really made me want to get this truck, along with the fact that it is an XLT and it has all of the best options on it that you want to see, which we will go over here. And it's already set up for 2-tank, which is perfect. That's exactly what I needed. Another reason that I jumped on this truck as soon as I could, and you can see there's no rust in the wheel wells, so I'm very happy with that. There's some minor spots inside of the bed that will need some repair, but it's nothing that's a big deal. You can get the bed floor pan replacements and just do little chunks at a time. That's probably the worst spot. So you're talking a 6x6 inch or maybe a 6x10 inch repair. Maybe replace the back panel, I don't know, but I don't want this truck to be perfect body-wise anyway, so and the truck I'm going to build, the XLT, is actually going to be an upgrade because that X36 is only a Ranger. But that doesn't bother me. I'd rather have a higher trim option.